Pando. He was like, I should not go on there. I was like, no,
it is your body reaction. It is your body
yes,
reaction.
He said he doesn't like the way you told. So he said I was rude. How? It's the way I said it. That's how I was
Please, I'm sorry for having
No. You cannot be doing this every time. You cannot
be doing what every
time.
Doing
this every
There's another thing in your mind, Groovy.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So there seems to be a bit of an issue between Phyna and of course Groovy. And how did these start? Yesterday they had a mini-me task, right? And there was this particular game where, somebody would say left and you guys would leave your sticks and go left, and somebody says right and you leave your sticks and you go right, right? And then we saw the fact that Phyna, was actually checked out of that round because it was herself, Bella, and of course Chumsy that went that round. And after that round, we saw that Chumsy won, okay? And then Chumsy became the overall winner of that task.
Tonight's overall winner is Chumsy.
So here we see Phyna. After the whole task, she really felt dejected, right? She felt down about the fact that she did not win, okay? And then it was herself and of course Groovy, they were actually, on one of the couches in the garden. And then while she was feeling down on all of that, right? Groovy decided to go and turn pounded yam on the fire. Groovy likes to eat, okay? And Groovy probably was hungry, so I think maybe they called him and all of that, and he was trying to stand up to go and turn pounded yam. And then Phyna was like, must you be the one to go and turn the pounded yam? And I think Groovy just felt she was saying it in a rude way, and of course he left to go and eat.
If not for the fact that you stood up, they wanted to go and turn Pando, and I was like, why is it that you are the one that wants to go and turn that Pando? And that was the only time I spoke, because we were talking here normal.
That was
now you want to go turn the Pando. Now you want to go turn the Pando. That was what I said.
Now, Phyna really feels bad and angry about the fact that Groovy could leave her there in her emotional state to go and eat. And she was like, she doesn't even know what she's even doing with Groovy, right? And at a particular point, we saw that Groovy came back. And then this conversation started. It was between Groovy, Phyna, and of course, Chichi was also there as a third party. And then, the conversation started. And of course, Groovy was like, she said it in a rude way. And Phyna was like, what did I say? I said, now you won't go turn the Pando. Must it be you that have to go and turn the Pando yam? And then, Groovy was like, she said it in a very rude way, and that he didn't like it.
He was like, I should not go on there. I was like, no,
it is your body reaction. It is your body
yes,
reaction.
He said he doesn't like the way you told. So he said I was rude. How? It's the way I said it. That's how I was
Please, I'm sorry for having
No. You cannot be doing this every time. You cannot
be doing what every
time.
There's another thing in your mind, Groovy.
And then we now hear Phyna, after Groovy left that conversation again, right? We hear Phyna telling Chichi that, see, on the norms, that herself and Groovy probably will not even be doing this, or on a normal day, Groovy won't be telling her that. And I'm wondering, if you don't want to be with a guy, what are you doing with a guy? You're probably strong enough to play your game. So if you feel like, the guy is not playing according to whatever you want him to do, or he's not probably being of support, or he's not been there, or he's not putting enough energy as much as you put in, then you guys should go your separate ways. Moving on to my next gist. Bella yesterday in a conversation with Big Brother during the diary session was telling Big Brother that she's going to declare war on any of the following people who nominate her. She doesn't have a problem with the housemates nominating her, but if any of these 4 people nominate her when she gets outside of the house and she finds out, there's going to be trouble.
Vicky, I don't know, but I'll be highly disappointed like if certain people mention my name, because there's some people I would never put up. That's just it.
So Big Brother was asking her, who are these 4 people? She said Chumsy, Shegs, Doni, and of course Chichi.
Certain people, like who?
Like Chumsy, Shegs, Doni, and Chichi.
Now remember that on Monday, Chichi nominated Bella. Now when Chichi was done nominating Bella, it was now Bella and Chichi in the lounge, and they were talking about, the evictions, the nominations, and all of that. And you literally could hear Chichi saying that, Anytime she gets into the diary room, or she just is whatever name that comes out of her mouth, And of course, you heard Bella. Bella was saying that see, she's very strategic. She doesn't like to put up her friends up for nominations and all of that. And Chichi was now like, see you. I mean, if there's anybody I nominated, I don't get they shouldn't be angry, and they should be angry.
Sometimes I wish it's just the outsiders are nominated.
And whenever I nominate people, I don't regret it because I take my time to, I know who I want.
I don't think I get there, I'll be dumbfounded. They'll have to time me. Is that bad? So anything that comes out from my mouth is what I'm saying. I won't nominate people that I know that if I see them, I won't be able to look at them in the face. Do you understand?
Then I think that Chichi realized that she's messed up about choosing Bella or nominating Bella, putting her up for possible eviction. You now heard Chichi now preaching to Bella or trying to give her some encouragement, right? Saying, no, don't worry, you're not going to go home. And look at the people you're up against. Don't worry, you're not going home. I'm telling you, you're not going home. And Bella was like, okay, I should have faith. Yes, you're like, you should have faith. Don't, you're not going home.
Wait now. No, wait, everybody that is up. Check out. Do you know if people are coming for you? Two people.
Yeah.
I don't want to be saying it. Just have that faith.
Thank you.
I want to see how this plays out when Bella comes outside of the house and realizes that Chichi actually nominated her and now sat in her front saying all of those things she was saying. Moving on to my next gist. It was an emotional moment yesterday, right? After the housemates came into the house and found pictures of evicted housemates on the wall. And it literally felt like, the level 2 housemates were just checked out of the show. Really, I feel like, the level 1 housemates had the fair advantage over the level 2 housemates, okay? Of course, it was like a game and all of that, whatever it was. But here it was, looking at the wall of pictures, right? You literally could see that it was more the level 2 housemates who had been checked out of the show, and it felt like an emotional time for the housemates. Moving on to my next gist. The housemates lost their wager task last week, and of course, you could see the fact that they had no shopping in this new way. They had no money to use for their shopping. Of course, they're literally managing the food in the house right now. They actually had okra soup and amala yesterday because they literally saw Dotun, making amala for them. Okay? So right now, these guys have come together and they're literally taking their task seriously. They started rehearsing from last night, and of course, we're going to see how this plays out in the long run. Hermes is a very easy dictator when it comes to that. He will make sure that they do not lose the task. So we saw the housemates having, a time yesterday, a moment yesterday, trying to rehearse for the wage task presentation.
Let's go. Yes.
Finally, on this video, I'm going to leave you with a video of Elo Swags. What was funny about this video? It was the way he stood up and he was crunching an apple. Of course, it felt like they were husband and wife who were trying to eat apples, right? It was when he was called up for nominations, right? And he literally was just eating, and the way he was eating was actually funny to me.
Elo Swag.
Well, I had something yesterday that, with Chumsy was saying that was telling Elo Swags and Chumsy were having a conversation, and they were like, come on, they're not going to be going home. That, if they were up against the likes of Phyna and, of course, Brian, that they're not going to go, that those guys will be checked out of the show. And I'm just wondering if only they knew that Phyna and Brian are some of the strongest housemates on the show. And that's it on this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and guess what? You get notified whenever I post a video. Go on all social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok. And follow me at Olufemi. Until next time I come here again very soon, it's bye for now.